What up, everybody? This is Chris Albert with Getting Shredded. I am going to take you through our hamstring workout. And for this workout, Shauna wanted to go hiking at Griffith Park in Los Angeles this weekend, so we decided to take it to the Mecca, Gold's Gym, Venice. Now, I know a lot of you at home have probably dreamed about training at Gold's Gym, Venice, and I always did when I was a kid. Wanted to train with Hulk Hogan and Arnold and all those guys, and while you're not going to find those guys here today, you're more likely to find a bunch of 50-plus-year-old hipsters and old hippies, and you will be able to see a lot of athletes and IFBB pros training here, and you will be able to see the vast amount of equipment that they have. I gotta say, I like this gym, but it's not Metroflex. I absolutely love the atmosphere in my home gym there in Long Beach, but it is an awesome experience to come here and an awesome experience to see the pictures on the wall and train in a place that is so fabled and so much a part of the bodybuilding world. We started here with Smith machine Romanian deadlifts, and we did this on the advice of Tanya Moore, who's Shauna's posing coach and an IFBB pro, to really kind of bring out Shauna's glute hamstring tie-in for her competition, her bikini competition coming up in April. And you can see what I have her doing here. She's got her feet together. She's a little bit further back from the bar, and basically what we're trying to do is put more pressure, constant pressure on the upper hamstrings. See, she's not locking out at the top, just constantly trying to keep pressure on those hamstrings, constantly trying to keep the tension there. That's what people don't get a lot of times about lifting. There needs to be tension more than anything. If you're just lifting the weight and throwing it around and things like that, that has its place, and that is a great way to build explosive strength. But here, where we're trying to bring out a specific body part, we need slow, constant tension up and down. Now, what you're going to see here with me doing these is that I'm doing slightly different than Shauna. I'm bringing myself a little bit closer to the bar. I'm trying to hit different areas of the hamstring, more like the lower middle. And I'm still hinging back, keeping my back straight, keeping a slight bend in the knee, but not bending the knee. All that's moving are my hips. I'm not locking out the top, and I'm moving a little bit faster than Shauna is because I am trying to build a little bit of explosive strength. Still isolating and still focusing on those hamstrings. We will do compound movements and work general areas and other workouts, but this workout was focused on the hamstrings themselves, trying to bring out a little bit more detail, trying to bring out some shape, and trying to help Shauna get to her goal. The use of the Smith machine here was done more for stability than anything. The angle I have Shauna taking, where she's a little bit further back from the bar, that wouldn't be as healthy to do with a normal barbell. That would put a lot of pressure on our back. So with this machine, we have the stability, we have the ability to push back against the bar with her hands and really focus on those hamstrings, focus on that glute hamstring tie-in, and load up a little bit more weight than she would be able to do with this movement using a barbell. Of course, for normal deadlifts, I will always use a plain old barbell. For basic Romanian deadlifts, I will always use a barbell. But in this case, we chose the Smith machine because of the particular reason we were in the gym this day. You got to remember that when you are planning your workouts, you need to think, you need to strategize, you need to think about what you're trying to accomplish, and not just throw yourself into something, but really think about what you want out of that workout. And this is what we wanted out of this workout. Now, one thing I want you to notice as I come into this last set, I start very slow and then move in a little bit more rapid. And the reason for that is because trying to get a little bit of explosive work onto my hamstrings. I haven't done Olympic lifts in a few weeks now, and really trying to stimulate those type 2 muscle fibers a good bit, trying to get a little more stimulation of different muscle fibers, hitting every different type of thing. And while I'm going a little bit faster, my back is still straight. I'm not putting my spine in a compromised position. I'm keeping my shoulders back as much as possible, and really still keeping the pressure on my hamstrings. I got to tell you, it's been, I think, 3 days since this workout, and my hamstrings are still absolutely killing me. So this was a good workout. Now we got Shauna here going really heavy, and for a girl. And the thing is, I constantly want to emphasize to you that women should not shy away from training heavy. You're not going to get bulky unless you're taking hormones, unless you're taking steroids. And then for those of you who do have the genetics to put on muscle, it's still not going to turn you into a man or anything like that. So don't listen to anybody who tells you not to lift weights. Keep lifting weights, ladies. Keep doing it, and do it well. Moving into our second exercise here, we're doing single leg Bulgarian deadlifts, and that's with our foot back on the box here. Now, I think these worked a bit better for Shauna than they worked for me, because I was activating my lower back a little bit more. But you see, she's still hinging at the hip. She's pushing that hip back. She's not bending over or anything like that. We used dumbbells, frankly, because they were a little bit less awkward than the barbell was. And I don't know if you saw a video with me and Tanya Moore maybe a couple of months ago where I was training around hamstrings. We did these, and these absolutely murdered our hamstrings. So we're doing that. Notice that the heel on Shauna's back foot keeps going back every time she goes down. That's because she's pulling her center of gravity backward and really focusing on that hamstring. Now, what you're going to notice with me here is that my sense of balance is not as good as Shauna's. And one of the reasons why I'm doing these is because this is something I really need to work on. Coming here, pushing my hips back. Again, I think I'm using a lot more back than Shauna is. And you can notice there's a curve to my back here. And it's because my right leg there is up in the air. I'm completely thrown off by this. And I'm going to keep implementing lighter exercises like that so that I can work on this. The thing is, when we're doing these exercises, a lot of times we focus on total body strength, and we forget that we develop a bit of muscle imbalance if we don't work on what we're good at, and that's something I really want to do. I moved in here to the seated leg press, and this is one of my favorite hamstring exercises because you get such a squeeze at the bottom. Really trying to emphasize that, holding it at the bottom, not using tons of weight or anything like that, but really just trying to activate those hamstrings. And a lot of us sit on our hamstrings all day long, and that causes us to lose some nerve sensory perception. So it's really vital that you try to feel your hamstrings while you're training, especially if you want them to grow. I had never had big hamstrings really until I got enough sensory perception in them that I was able to do you know, glute ham raises and really activate them during squats. Exercises like this are good assistance exercises that help you realize how to do this. They're not going to make you stronger. They're not going to put a ton of muscle on you, but they're still good for nerve development and in getting you to understand how to work your hamstrings and how to tense the hamstrings. Now, when you do come to Gold's Venice, one of the things you want to do is play around with the equipment that you're not going to have access to in your normal gym. One of these things is the lunge machine that you see here. Basically, it's got a plate where you can slide your leg back, and it's got a pad for you to lock your shin into with some weights on the side. And basically, it forces you into the perfect lunge. Now, a lot of you think this stuff, or may use these exercises as quadriceps exercise. But what a lot of you fail to realize is that this movement, this reverse movement, is really good for activating the hamstrings, because you're bringing your hips back and you force your hamstrings to become hip extensors, driving your heel into the ground and pushing up through your heel and forcing your hip to aid in activating the hamstring. This machine is absolutely awesome. I use it every time I come out here, and you know, you guys come out and visit, definitely take the chance to take advantage of some of the world-class equipment they have here. Later on this week, I'm going to post a video of what we did afterwards. Basically, I'll take you guys on a walk around Venice. There's not going to be any training in that video except for a hike around Griffith Park, which has absolutely awesome views. So those of you who are more into the weightlifting aspect, don't watch that video. But those of you who want to see some awesome views and to see what Venice is like, hipster Venice, then definitely check it out. And you can come and view one of my awesome adventures. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit me up anytime at gettingtoshredded@gmail.com. Love you all. Peace out.